If you want real change, lasting, empowering, soul-deep transformation, it's going to start with a shift in your identity. Welcome to the Nicole podcast, the show for women who want it all. Faith at the center, a strong and feminine body, deep family connections, and true freedom in their lives. I'm Nicole, a former medical insider turned fat loss and physique coach. I help high-performing women transform from the inside out, physically, mentally, and spiritually, without starving, obsessing, or burning out. Around here, we train with intention, eat with purpose, and build a life that reflects the woman you were created to be. Let's get into it. We're going to talk about a topic that may be a little touchy for some people. But if it's touchy for you, it's a conversation that you need to have. So we need to ask the question, are you operating from a victim identity or an extreme ownership identity? And before you automatically say, no, not me, I take responsibility, I want to walk you through what each of these identities really looks like, because the truth is, so many women fall into the victim mindset at some point without even realizing it. Let me paint you the picture. The victim identity sounds like this. It's just hard for me today because I'm busy. I can't stay on track when I'm stressed. If my husband would just stop bringing junk food into the house, I'd be fine. I've tried everything and nothing works for me. Does any of that sound familiar? I know it does because I've said some of those things before too. The victim mindset is subtle. It's sneaky. Sounds justified, but underneath it all, it's built on blame and powerlessness. It says, I want the results, but I'm not in control of getting there. It might sound like you're just being honest about your circumstances, but what it's really doing is it's keeping you stuck. Because if it's always everyone else's fault, or if life just has to align perfectly in order for you to succeed, then you'll always have a reason to quit. Now let's contrast that with the extreme ownership identity. The owner says, yes, life is busy, so I'm going to create a structure that fits my season. It also sounds like stress is real, but so is my responsibility to respond differently. My environment matters, so I'm going to have a conversation with my family and set some boundaries. I haven't figured it out yet, but I will. I'm committed to learning and adjusting. The owner doesn't need life to be easy to succeed. She doesn't wait for these perfect circumstances. She creates momentum. She takes radical responsibility for her outcome, even when life throws her curveballs, because you know that life does constantly throw you curveballs. And listen, I'm not here to shame you if you've been operating from the victim side. I've been there. I think we all have been there at some point or another. I still catch myself going there from time to time in things I say, things I do, or even things that I think. But I want to help you recognize it, because you can't change what you're not aware of. When you're stuck in victim mode, what you're really doing is you're handing away all of your power. You're letting your circumstances, your emotions, your schedule, or even other people determine your results. You're essentially saying, if these things don't change, I can't win. And that mindset will sabotage you no matter how good your workout plan is or how well your meals are prepped. Let me give you an example from coaching. I've had 2 clients with almost identical circumstances, both moms, both working full-time as nurses, both trying to lose over 20 pounds. One of them had excuse after excuse. She would say things like, the kids are always sick, now we're all sick. None of us slept well, work is so busy today. I had work and then prayer meeting followed by worship practice. The kids don't like daycare lady at the gym, so I just can't bring them. We went on vacation, so I wasn't able to stick to the plan. The list went on. The other one showed up consistently, and she would say things like, I will take action on getting sufficient rest this week. I returned from vacation without a single pound gained because I worked out the whole time. I may have overindulged on the eating side, but I've been able to remain consistent with training, though I missed a day due to traveling. I wasn't able to make it to the gym yesterday, but I pushed myself to go after church today instead. I was sick and congested, but I made it to the gym every day this week. Do you see the difference? It's not about perfection. It's about ownership. The first one gave her power away time after time. The second one, she kept it. And here's the hard truth. If you want real change, lasting, empowering, soul-deep transformation, it's going to start with a shift in your identity. Not just what you do, but in who you believe you are. The woman who gets results isn't the one who has more time or less stress or a more supportive spouse. She's the one that decides No matter what's going on around me, I choose to show up. She might fall off, but she doesn't make excuses. She doesn't spiral into shame. She doesn't say, oh, I failed again. Instead, she says, I learned something, and now I'm getting back up. That's ownership. Now let me challenge you with this. Where have you been operating from? A victim mindset without even noticing it? Where have you been blaming your schedule, your body, your hormones, your past, your people? And more importantly, are you ready to take your power back? Because when you truly step into ownership, everything shifts. You stop waiting for motivation and you start creating momentum. You stop needing someone to save you and start leading yourself. You stop outsourcing your results and you become unstoppable. So today I want you to make a decision, not just about your diet, not just about your workouts, but about who you're going to be. Are you going to keep playing the victim? Or are you ready to become the kind of woman who owns her health, who owns her time, who owns her future? Because that woman, she's not waiting for life to get easier. She's getting stronger. And you can be her, starting today. Strong, sexy, and unapologetically confident. That's the goal. Now go lift heavy, eat like you mean it, and act like the woman you're becoming. Talk soon.